Welcome to my channel for comprehensive tutorials on fundamental principles to complex problems. I'll cover it all. Feel free to share, subscribe for more contents. Thank you. To another episode in which I'll be solving practice worksheet that are given for term 2 examinations to year 8. Soon after this, I'll be starting year 9 worksheets, and I recommend that all the year 8 students should also watch that so that your concepts are going to be clear. So in here, the question number one is says that a cruise ship has a large circular window. It has a diameter of 6 meters. So, for example, if I draw this triangle, something like this, so it has a diameter of something like this. In here, diameter is 6 meters. So we need to find out the area of this because square centimeter means you need to find out the area of this. That means 22 over 7 is going to be multiplied by 3 square because the diameter is 6, so that means the radius is going to be 3 centimeters. So that means this is the formula, and in here 22 over 7 is to be divided by 9. So once we multiply 22 by 9, we get 198 divided by 7, and when we divide this by 7 we get 28.28. 28.28. That means we can say it is 28.3 square centimeters. So this is the answer for question number 1. Now in question number 2, it says Stephen wants to make cookies for 3 friends. The radius of each cookie is 5 inches. That means we have another circle, something like this, and in here the radius is from the center to here is 5 inches, and the radius of the each cookie is 5 inches. If he wants to put icing on all of the cookies, how many square inches of cookies must be covered? He cover the icing. That means he has 3 friends, and each cookie is 5 inches. So first find out the area of the cookies. Now that means 5 square and 22 over 7. That means 22 multiplied by 25 divided by 7. That means we are going to get 22 times 25 is 550. So divided by 7, we get 78.57. And final answer is going to be 78.6 square centimeter for one cookie. Now in here, it says that we have 3 friends. That means this should be multiplied by 3. Multiplied by 3 gives you 235. 235.71. So 235.7 square centimeter is going to be the answer for this question. Now comes question number 3. Matthew purchases a bowl. The diameter of the bowl is 14 centimeter. Was the distance around the bowl? Means distance around the bowl means you need to find out the perimeter. That means pi is multiplied by the diameter, which is 14. And to simplify this, 7 times 1 is a 7, and 7 times 2 is a 14. So 22 times 2 is a 44 centimeter is the distance around the bowl. Next comes question number 4. In here it says Alex has trained a Papa to jump through a ring. According to Alex's measurement of calculations, the ring has a radius of 16 inches. That means the radius of this circle is 16 inches. Distance from here to here is 16. That means the total diameter is going to be 32. And what is the circle rings circumference? Circumference means perimeter or the distance around the object. That means 22 over 7 is multiplied by 32. So when 32 is multiplied by 22, it gives us 704. When divided by 7, it gives 100.57 centimeters is going to be the inches, in fact, because in the question it is inches, so your answer should be also in inches. That means the distance from here to here, it goes all the way to the whole circle. It gives you 105, 100.57 inches. Now comes question number 5, in which we need to make t the subject. That means we need to find out how much t is equals to. So first we take u on the other side. This gives us 10t, and now 10 is multiplying by t, so t is going to stay here, and v minus u over 10 is going to be your final answer. So this is now t is the subject of this formula. When it comes to question number 6, it says m the subject of the formula. That means 4s is should be your first step. Now keep m as it is, no change, and 4s over h is going to be the answer for question number 6. When it comes to question number 7, which is saying make d the subject of the formula, that means c minus 5 equals 4d. Now 4 is multiplying by d, so 4 is going to go on the other side and make d the subject. This is the answer for this question. Moving on to question number 8. In here, this is the formula for area, which is given for the shape. A equals 4x plus 30. Work out the value of a when x is equal to 7. That means 4 is going to be multiplied by 7, because the value of x is 7, and 30, 4 times 7 is 28, plus 30 is going to give us 58. So the value of a is 58. Now rearrange the formula to make x the subject. That means formula we have is a equals 4x plus 30. That means a minus 30 should be your first step, equals 4x. Now x will be equals to a minus 30 over 4. So this is the answer for the second part of the question. Moving on to the next question, which is question number 9. In here it says solve minus 15 minus 2k equals minus 5. So in here what we are going to do is minus 15, we keep it here itself, and plus 5, and minus 2k will go to the other side and becomes a plus 2k. That means minus 15 plus 5 is going to give us minus 10 equals to k. That means k will be equals to minus 10 over 2, which is going to be minus 5. This is the answer for this question. Now comes question number 10. In here we are finding out the value of r. That means minus 21r, I'll keep it here itself, and minus 38 will stay there itself, and plus 25 will go from left hand side to the right hand side and change the sign. That means minus 21r will be equals to minus 38, and plus 25 is going to give us 38, and 25 is going to give us a 63, minus 63, and when 63 is divided by 21, it's going to give us a 3. So minus minus is going to be cancelled, and r will stay here, and 63 divided by 21 is going to give us r equals 3. This is the final answer for this question. Moving on to question number 11. In here we need to find out the value of y. So y plus 20 will be equals to minus 3 times minus 21. So y plus 20 will be equals to plus 63, and y equals 63 minus 20 will give us 63 minus 20 is going to give us 43, which is the final answer for this question. When it comes to like terms on the both sides, or you can say variables on both sides, so 7g will stay here, and plus 2g will come from the other side and becomes a minus 2g, and 46 plus 1, this plus 1 will go to the other side and becomes a minus 1. So numbers on one side and variables on one side. 7 minus 2 is going to give us a 5g, and 46 minus 1 is going to give us a 45. That means 9 will be equals to 45 divided by 5 to give us g equals 9. Moving on to the next question, which is question number 13. Now, the most important part is that whenever you see fractions, this is a fraction, this is a fraction, and this is also a fraction. So whenever you see a fractions and equal sign in between, that means you should understand that we are cross multiplying. So 3 is going to be multiplied by x plus 2 equals 5 will be multiplied by x minus 4. Expanding this one will give us 3x plus 6, and this will give you 5x minus 20. Now keep the like terms together, and this time I will keep 6 over here, and minus 20 will come from the other side and becomes a plus 20, and 5x. Now this plus 3x will go to the other side and becomes a minus 3x. So this gives us 2x equals 26. That means x will be equals to 13, because 26 divided by 2 is going to give us a 13. Now here again expanding brackets, 9x 63, and 4x minus 12, keeping the like terms together, 9x minus 4x, and minus 12. This plus 63 will go to the other side and becomes a minus 63. So 9 minus 4 is going to give us a 5x, and 63 plus 12 is going to give us a 75, and when divided by 5 gives us 15. So the value of x is going to be 15. Moving on to the next question, which is question number 15, that you can find over here. Now it says question number 15, Lily is baking cookies for a school fundraising, and she needs to bake two types of cookies, chocolate chip and oatmeal. For the chocolate chip, the recipe calls for 2.5 cup of flour, and for oatmeal cookies, the recipe is 3/4 cup of the flour. How much flour will Lily need in total? That means 2 whole 1 over 2 is to be added to 3 whole 3 over 4. First one is going to give us a 5 over 2 plus 15 over 4. Now we know that the denominators are not equal, so we will make them equal. 2 times 2 is a 4. That means this also has to be multiplied by 2. So this gives, and this is already 4, so we multiply by 1. This gives us 10 over 4 plus 15 over 4. Since now denominators are same, that means we write just one time, and 10 plus 15 is going to give us a 25 over 4. That means this is going to give us 6. So 6 whole 1 over 4 you will be needing. This much flour you will be needing. Now moving on to the next question, which is question number 16. In here it says 5 whole 3 over 4 mile drives to the rabbit park, and 3 whole 1 over 6 miles drive to the pet store. How many miles further is it rabbit park than the pet store? Okay, so pet store come first, so that means we need to subtract. So 5 whole 3 over 4 has to be subtracted from 3 whole 1 over 6. That means this is going to be 23 over 4, and this is going to be 19 over 6. Now, since you know very well that the denominators are not same, so we will make them equal. So 4 times 6 is a 24, and or we can say 4 times 3 is a 12, and 6 times 2 is a also 12. So we multiply this by 2 and this by 3. So 23 times 3 is going to give us 69 over 12, minus 19 times 2 is going to give us 38 over 12. Since the denominators are same, so we will write this as 12, and 69 minus 38 is going to give us 31. So 31 over 12, that means 12 times 2 is a 24. It's going to be 7. This much is the distance between the rabbit park and the pet store. Now comes question number 17. In here, we are multiplying the fraction. That means 3 times 1 is a 3. You can write this way. And 2 times 4. So this gives us 3 over 8 as the final answer. So this gives you 6 over 8. That means once we simplify this by 2 to give us 3 over 4 as the final answer. When it comes to this third part, 3 times 3 is a 9, and this gives us 11 over 3 multiplied by 21 over 5. That means if I simplify over here itself, 3 times 1 is a 3, and 3 times 7 is a 21. So it's going to be 77 over 5. So 77 over 5 is going to give us 5 times 15 is a 75, and 2 remainder will come here. Now comes, I'll bring this a little down so that you can see clearly. Now comes question number 18, in which it says Sarah has a garden and she wants to plant some flowers. She has five whole flower pots, and each flower pot can hold 3 over 4 of the bag of the soil. She is wondering how many bags of soil she will need to fill all the flower pots. That means 3 over 4 is for 1, and she has 5. That means it has to be multiplied by 5 to give us 15 over 4. Now that means 15 over 4 is equals to 3. That means she needs 3 whole bags and 3 over 4 to fill up all these 5. Now comes the last question, which is over here. Now to simplify, just look at the numbers. 8 times 05 is going to give us 5 is a 40, and 00 you'll put like this, 4000, since because it has one decimal place, so it's going to be 400. So the first part is going to give us a 400. Now 400 has to be multiplied by 0.4. So 4 times 4 is a 16, and 2 zeros will come from here. And since this is a one decimal place, I'll put it here. So final answer has to be 160. Let's check this using a calculator. 800 times zero point 0.5 times zero point 0.4 is going to give us a 160. Perfect answer. Now in here, 9 times 8 is going to give us a 72. This gives us a 72, and since this one has two zeros will come here, and now this one has 3 decimal places. So that means we need to have 3 decimal place. So 1, 2, and 3. That means 7.2 has to be your answer. Let's check this using calculator. It's going to be 900 times 0.008. 7.2 is going to be the final answer for this question. Now moving on to the next question, which is 5 times 3. So this gives us a 15. So I will write just 15 here. And since this is a 300, I will write 00. And now I can see 1, 2, 3, 3 decimal place starting from here. So 1, 2, and 3. So 1.5 should be your answer. Let's check this with the calculator. 300 times 0.005. 1.5 is the final answer for this question. Now comes 6000 times 0.02. That means 2 times 6 is a 12, and because of these 3 zeros, I will put these 3 zeros in the working. 1, 2, and 3. Now this one has 2 decimal place, so I will move 2 decimal places to left. 1 and 2. That means 120 should be your final answer. Let's check this using calculator. 6,000 multiplied by 0.02. So 120 is the final answer for the last question of this worksheet. Thank you very much for watching. And very soon I'll be uploading for year 9. Keep watching that, and do comment and share with the other students also. Thank you very much once again.